I tried a joke today, which I thought was really funny. Got nothing. Should I tell it? Should I tell it now?
Yeah.
I had a threesome for the first time the other day. Well, basically I had sex with my girlfriend cross-eyed, but it's a similar sort of a thing. Which I think is really funny, but that was kind of the reaction. I was so excited to be here at the Fringe. So excited to be here on the Fringe, I went out and bought myself this shirt for the occasion. Do you like it? Peacocks, if you are interested. The price was right, i.e. it would be more expensive to fashion your own out of J-cloths. But it was in my size, it was on the rack, I thought that's nice, they've thrown in a t-shirt, and I'm a guy, right, not gonna try it on in the shop. When I get it home, I found out they haven't thrown in the t-shirt. They've sewn. Has this happened to anybody else?
In terms of the Fringe, is this your first time doing an hour show?
Yeah, it's the first time. Last year I filled in for. I was doing one Aussie, one Kiwi, 1 hour last year. It was. I was filling in for Nick Rado because he was unavailable for some of the run. But this was my first sort of show that I put together. You know the obesity epidemic we've got, like everyone's getting fat? This is how the Labour government decided to deal with it. They invented this, the snack swapper. And it's a little thing with a wheel inside, different snacks, you turn it round, you find out, instead of this, try this. Instead of chocolate, try grapes in a bowl. Well, that's fucking foolproof, isn't it? And I was thinking to myself, if it was that easy to change people's behaviour just by creating a swapper, why stop at snacks? So with a little bit of sort of a biro, and I've created this, which is the antisocial behaviour swapper. Instead of this, murder, try this, working in an abattoir. I sort of set myself a target. I'd try one thing new every day. And then, if it went well, develop it the next day. And now, yeah, I reckon I've probably written, there's 5 minutes of stuff that I didn't have when I started this one that I've now got.
And you're now using in this particular show?
Yeah. Because you know I like Nando's? You know I like Nando's is a restaurant for people who've never actually been to a restaurant. Can split the crowd, that one, Linz. In the same way that Toby Carvery is a soup kitchen for people who aren't actually homeless. In the same way, I've got a lot of these, by the way. If they're not your thing, just switch off for a couple of minutes.
It seemed like a really solid 2025, obviously, that you had there. And you genuinely had, there's a narrative running throughout the whole thing.
That's the thing. There's a voice. There's that idea of the tat thing that sort of gives the impression that it's far more maybe cohesive than it might actually be. You know? So, like last year when I was doing my 25 minutes on the Fringe, I basically had to do everything in my toolkit to fill up the time. Now a year on, I can in my head sort of select bits as we're going along, and if something comes up, I can chop and change and choose things because I don't have to use all my material. Tat. Addicted to buying tat. Good tat, bad tat. Bad tat gives the good tat a bad name, which annoys me, right? Because there are bad pieces of tat on the market, ladies and gentlemen, such as this. I present to you Exhibit A. A screwdriver, right? They managed to put a spirit level on it. They managed to put a light on it. Again, the other thing is, one of the first things I got told was to work clean. If you want to get bookings and stuff, work clean. So I don't really do any dirty stuff. And I think maybe the trouble is, if you've done 15 minutes of fun stuff, and then you drop in something that's a bit we don't really want to think of him having sex because it's not the voice. He's talking about tat and the wimpy and little. Why has he dropped in that? But the thing that goes back to the point I was saying is I want to try some stuff. Before I go, I've just got to clear up. And the thing is, got to pick up that screwdriver I dropped. It's gone down there. The only trouble is that I've got a bad back because... Just put it back on the floor, love.
How real is all of the tat for
legit.
you?
Yeah, it's all legit.
And what's the best thing you've found, tat-wise?
It's probably the telescopic magnetic picker-upper.
It's a pretty special object.
It hasn't even got a name, has it? How would you describe what that is to someone? You can imagine how my eyes lit up.
How much was it?
$2.99.
That's a fantastic purchase,
It's a good price, isn't it? It's a good price. Well, that's a bit of luck. We got there in the end, didn't we, love? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.